This is page 13 in your notes packet. Now let's look at a couple more problems where we look at the angle relationships and we have to solve for x. So let's label our picture. So angle 6 is 4x minus 100 degrees, and then angle 8 is 2x. So first thing you want to do is think about, okay, what do we know about these two angles, 6 and 8? Notice those are across from each other, right? They don't share a common side, so these are called vertical angles. So it might help to write down what the name of that is. So those are vertical angles, and what do we learn about vertical angles? They are congruent. So congruent means that the measures are equal. So my equation here would be, I want to set them equal to each other. And then from here, we're going to solve for x. So I want to get x's on one side, so I'm going to subtract the 4x. And divide by the negative 2. So we're going to end up with x equals 50. So there's the first part. Now it also asks you to find all of these measures. So that means now we're going to take that x and plug it back in. So I'm going to take that 50 and plug it in here. So 2 times 50 means this is 100. So angle 8 is 100 degrees. Now to find angle 6, you can go ahead and plug in the 50 for x here. But we just said that 6 and 8 are vertical and they're congruent. So if 8 is 100, 6 also has to be 100 degrees. So we can do it that way. Now to find the missing angles 5 and 7, what you want to do is use the angle measurements that we came up with. So we just said that 6 and 8 were each 100 degrees. So let me relabel that. Notice that there's a straight line here. There's lots of straight lines. These two angles make a straight line. So what did we learn about straight lines? Angle is 180. So if this is 100, this one here has to be 80. And then if this is 80, angle 5 is across from it. That's your vertical, so this is also 80. That's one way to get all the angles. Okay, next one. Angle x and y are supplementary. So as soon as you hear that word supplementary, you should be thinking, okay, my two angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. We want to find a measure of each angle. If measure of angle x is 6x minus 1 and y is 5x minus 17. So if these are supplementary, what do we know? We need to add them, and they're going to equal 180. Okay, let's solve for x. Notice we have like terms here. So that gives me a total of 11x, and then the numbers minus 18, right? Take the sign in front of it. We're going to add 18. 11x equals 198. Divide by 11, and we're going to get x equals 18. Now, make sure you answer the question. The question says to find the measure, so we do need to take these and plug it back in. So I'm going to start by plugging in here. So if I do 6 times 18 minus 1, that's going to give me the measure of angle x, and that will give me 65 degrees. And then I can take this and plug it in here, and that will give me the measure of angle y. So there'd be 5 times 18 minus 17, and if you do that, you could get 115 degrees. And your check is, if you add these together, yes, they add up to 180. Okay, next one. The next one says the angles are complementary. So as soon as you see that word, you want to be thinking they add up to 90. So here are the two angles. So I'm going to add them together, and it's going to add up to 90. Okay, let's combine these like terms. 13x minus 2 plus 1 is going to give me minus 1. Okay, add 1. Oops. 13x equals 91. We're going to divide, get x equals 7. Now again, this one says find the measures. So let's go ahead and take these and plug it in. So I'm going to plug it in here. So the measure of angle LMN would be 4 times 7 minus 2, and that ends up being 26 degrees. And then I'm going to take this and plug it in here. So the measure of angle PQR would be 9 times 7 plus 1, which is going to give me 64 degrees.